Hey folks, welcome to the UK and World Bird News for this week, ending the 19th of October 2025. Right, we have a lot of great rarities that have been hanging around over several of my bird news updates, so let's start with the new arrivals. A great grey shrike at Winterton Dunes Nature Reserve in Norfolk, and also Holly Island, Northumberland, and Worth Marshes in Kent. American widgeon at Bishop Middleham in Durham, a Bakal teal at Abbotsbury Swannery, Dorset, hanging around with a flock of Eurasian teal, so will be a hard spot. A few olive-back pipit finds, Lundy, Devon, Holly Island, Northumberland, as well as some possibles. I got my first ones in Hong Kong. Down the road in Waxham, a Pallis's warbler. Red-flanked bluetail, Holly Island, Northumberland, and one showed up in Margate, Kent of all places. Out at sea, white-winged scoter at Lunan Bay, Dundee. The wader with a very cute name, a smew at Donmouth, Aberdeenshire. A Eurasian stone curlew showing up in several of the Scilly Islands and at RSPB Lodmore in Dorset. An Arctic warbler on Inishbofin, County Galway today. There's been a huge influx of yellow-browed warblers right across the country at the end of the week. Hundreds must have been showing up all along the east coast. Along with that, there's also been a big influx of ring ouzel countrywide. A shorelark at Clay Marshes, Norfolk. I haven't seen one of those in years. We had a great run, I think, in 2021 where several showed up on Sheppey. Also around that area in Norfolk, multiple sightings of dusky warblers. Then there's been an unusually high number of birds normally associated with the coast being seen inland. Firstly, dozens of rock pipits, big flocks too. Then an actual seabird, common scoters, often seen off the shore going by in small flocks. And along with one of those flocks up in Yorkshire, a black scoter, which is an American scoter. Some Rad's warblers are popping up in Ireland, one seen in the wild and one has been ringed. After last week's excitement of the white-throated needletail in Yorkshire, one has shown up at Helmsdale Harbour in the Scottish Highlands. Let's flick back to the rarities still here from last week and further back. A baird sandpiper, Rutland Water, barred warblers, Blakeney, Norfolk, Shetland, and Orkney. Blackpoll warbler, Haroldswick, Shetland. Blue-winged teal, Shetland. Common rosefinches on the Isles of Scilly and up in Shetland. Greater short-toed lark up in Shetland as well, and down in Norfolk. A few stray Leach's storm petrels, Yorkshire and Reculver, Kent. Lesser yellowlegs, Wootton, Norfolk, and this week a new location at Truro, Cornwall. That marsh sandpiper in Musselburgh, Lothian is still there. Mourning dove is still on the Isle of Scilly. Pectoral sandpiper, Easington, Yorkshire, and Low Newton by the Sea in Northumberland. Redback shrike at Portland, Dorset. Several red-breasted flycatchers, Shetland, Outer Hebrides, St Mary's and St Martin's, Isles of Scilly, and later in at Reculver, Kent and Worth Rise Marsh, East Sussex. A rosy starling in the Isles of Scilly. Rustic bunting, Isle of May, Fife. Western subalpine warbler, Shetland, and now one in Mizenhead, Cork. Let's pop to around the world. Tawny frogmouth wins Australian Bird of the Year after finishing as runner-up several times, 2019, 2021, 2023. It finally won the 2025 BirdLife Australia Guardian poll. It beat out the Baldwin's black cockatoo and Gangan cockatoo. Over 310,000 votes were cast. India's critically endangered lesser florigan, known for its dramatic monsoon mating display, now has only 150 to 200 individuals left. During breeding season 2025, only 19 males were observed in Rajasthan and Gujarat. Threats include habitat loss, farming, nesting destruction, power lines and stray dogs. The northern goshawk, once symbolic in local culture, and Guru Gobind Singh's emblem, has not been seen in Punjab for over 20 years. A plan has been launched with Bombay Natural History Society to reintroduce it and restore the habitat. The New Britain goshawk, Papua New Guinea, this rare bird, which had no confirmed photographic record since 1969, was finally photographed in the wild in March 2024. The bird is endemic to New Britain Island. Sabine's gull shows up in Gujarat, India. Typically an Arctic migrant, was seen for the first time at the Nal Sarovar Bird Sanctuary in Gujarat, only the second record in India, the first being in Kerala 2013. A juvenile red-footed booby, a tropical seabird not usually seen inland, was spotted on a lake in Houston, Texas. It appears to be the first recorded inland booby sighting in Houston and has attracted substantial interest from the birders in the region. Why is it noteworthy? Boobies are generally coastal and oceanic. An inland appearance is highly unusual and prompts questions about how and why the bird arrived there. Now let's pop back to the British coastline with its unusual activity this autumn. Rare seabirds blown off course by powerful Atlantic weather systems. According to the Guardian's Weather Watch column, a series of strong westerly gales and the remnants of Hurricane Erin have reshaped bird migration patterns across the British Isles, creating one of the most exciting seasons for bird watchers in years. Usually, thousands of seabirds like Sabine's gulls, phalaropes and petrels migrate well offshore, following invisible ocean routes between the Arctic and the southern Atlantic. But this year, intense storms forced many of them toward land. Birders along Island Wales and southwest England were stunned when flocks of Sabine's gulls, a species that normally stays hundreds of miles out to sea, appeared along the coast. In some regions, more than 1,700 individuals were recorded, the largest concentration ever seen in British waters. The storm didn't just affect coasts. Inland, rare seabirds like grey and redneck phalaropes, delicate waders that typically feed on ocean eddies, turned up in unlikely places such as Somerset reservoirs. They rested for a few days before resuming their journey south. So if you're near the coast this month, especially Western Britain or Ireland, keep an eye out. The next seabird blown in by the wind might just be something you've never seen before. Okay folks, that's it for this week, and I'll speak to you again next week.